Hey, Mike, as the Kings were taking down the Warriors at home, I couldn't help but think of, like, I wonder if Natalie still feels good about this Dubs in 5 prediction of hers. You know? I mean,
what are we doing here?
So it's about to be a gentleman's sweep from here on out. That's what you're not nervous. Come on, admit it. You a little bit nervous, at least more so than you were going into this series.
Not nervous at all. First of all, okay.
Boy,
as far as
I should have known.
As far as my prediction went, because I'm not someone who likes to hedge, so I don't do it. But I said this could be a 5 or 6 game series, but I just went with 5 because that's me. That's my confidence. But no, I text you guys, so you know, while you were on the show and talking about this last week, when Mark was saying, "Oh, I think this is going to go long," and I was like, "It's only going long. It's only going long because they're starting on the road, 6 games max." And I said that. Y'all have the receipts, the proof. You know, you can back me up. So no, I mean, the Warriors have one job to do, and that's split. It's win one of these games. And the last I checked, they have a chance to do that tonight. So no, I'm not worried. They just won the finals like last year. Let me remind you.
Yeah. Okay. Now you said they have one job to do. They got one job to do. Split. I'm telling you, it's infectious. It's like as soon as you fly.
I was just thinking the same thing.
As soon as you fly.
The fans
into
are
San
just
Francisco,
like them. Their fans are just
exactly.
like them.
I mean, just like them, like whatever. Like yeah. Like how about Clay? Clay's like every time I shoot the ball, I feel like what, son? I feel good every time I shoot it. It don't matter. I've been doing this for 10 years. You ain't seen the tapes? You ain't watched me? You're not familiar with my work, bruh? It's like, but here's the thing. You said their job is to split. If they don't win tonight, does that recalibrate just like, do you look at it and say, okay, wait a minute. We are looking at 7 games. Or does tonight not matter to you with the loss? Does a loss not change the way you feel about the series?
No, tonight does matter to me. I wouldn't, like, if they lost tonight, I wouldn't say, oh, they can't win. But that would be like the first time in the Steve Kerr era that they would have ever gone down 0-2. But I think there's one thing about the Warriors that's very true, and that's like once they figure a team out, they don't keep losing. So while I think it's very hard to win 3 in a row, which is why I think this would go 6. Like if they between these first 2 games or 3 games, once they get back to Chase, feel like they figured the Kings out, then I do think they can reel off like a multiple wins in a row. I think they're also going to be watching that Lakers series very closely now that all those injuries occurred, because in the event that the Lakers advance and that's a short series, they're not going to want to be playing a long series. So I think.
Oh my God, the arrogance! Watching the Lakers series. I mean, they better watch. They better watch Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox and stop letting them go by them like a bunch of turnstiles. They better watch somebody and box them out so they don't get crushed on the offensive glass. They better watch the fact that they were minus 14 in 11 minutes when your boy Steph wasn't playing. Honestly, and I love the Warriors. I've enjoyed the Warriors. You know this, Natalie. But for purposes of this here program, I'm a huge Kings fan. Oh my God, I'm a huge King. Light that damn beam, because I just want to see Natalie have to eat it. Speaking of which, you have a vote, but you have a vote. But I want to give you what you about to give us, because you've been waiting all weekend to talk about something we said on Friday.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was out for family reasons, and I just don't know what it is. Anytime I'm out, y'all just decide to be crazy on the show and have these conversations that I should be a part of, but have these crazy takes. So I'm going to remind the people of what you said.
Yeah.
Well, y'all were talking crazy.
What if the Lakers come out of the West? What if he wins a championship at 38 years old? He's already still one of the best players in the league at damn near 40. What if he adds another championship? What will people like me do?
Right.
What is we gonna do? Do I have to look at him differently? Do I have to look at? Do I have to? I mean, he's already in the conversation for greatest of all time. Ain't much higher he could go. But if he adds a 5th ring to his resume, because resumes do matter. To me, championships don't define players, but resumes do matter. And I'm sorry, rings are a great separator. The other person who's had a title on lock, so there's greatest player, and this guy doesn't get mentioned enough when it comes to greatest player. But when you get more specific and go greatest point guard, it's always been Magic Johnson as long as I can remember. What if Steph gets a 5th ring? Because you and I were among the first to stop qualifying Steph Curry as, oh, he's the GOAT shooter. No, he's one of the greatest players. Greatest point guard, I don't think conventional wisdom has him surpassing Magic. But what if he matches Magic's 5 with the way he's redefined the position?
What's wrong with that?
All
Just
facts.
despicable. No. First of all,
What's
let me
the
tell you
problem?
the first issue. Okay, the first problem is that you start this whole conversation and go on this tangent about what if you go through this whole scenario of all the people LeBron might play if he gets 5, and then what that will mean. And then after you do all of that and go down this road looking ahead that you just criticized me for doing, right? Then you move on to Steph, and the conversation switches to, well, can he be the best point guard? Hold up. Last I checked, they both have 4 rings. 3 of those rings that Steph got are on LeBron's head. He's done it in a shorter period of time. The question, if Steph gets 5, is not about where he ranks with Magic Johnson, because Steph is a better player than Magic Johnson. It's just resume building and accolades to this point, okay?
Come on now.
It was such
Come on. Come on.
But that's
Come on.
not
Why
even
you just
the
say it
question.
like that? What the hell?
Because Magic Johnson is my absolute favorite player in the world. So
Doesn't sound like it.
This is not some but because I never thought, like Mike, how he said he may have to reevaluate his position. Like me, I never thought someone could surpass Magic in my eyes. But I do give a lot of credit to resume and accolades, and Steph has some more of that to do before he can pass Magic. But this is this way that you dismiss it, like it's just ridiculous that he could even be in that conversation. No, but the conversation should be: is this Steph's era? Were we incorrect in placing LeBron over Steph? Who really owns it? It's not all of this. Oh, where is Bron in the best player conversation? But
only
where
in
is Steph
California.
in the best point guard conversation? Ridiculous.
California is the only. They're only saying that. Not in the whole state of California. Only saying it in the Bay Area. That's only a conversation.
No, that's not true.
In the Bay Area, that is
and
not a
the
national conversation.
There's
no way.
It's not a national conversation because it's not being had, but I'm having it right now. And our commenters who watched that segment, they agree with me. They were like, yeah, they were going in on y'all, okay? So that's all I have to say about that.
That's all? Okay.
This is the Steph era and not the LeBron era?
In the interest of time, we're going to keep it pushing. Because we got to talk about a couple of things. There were 2 things that happened a lot this week. We'll get to the injuries later, but investigations. I'm going to just put these 2 together. E40, okay, the people in Sacramento coming at the homie E40, how dare you? And I stand with E40. Because even if E40 is wrong, damn it, 99% of the time we right. It is racially biased. So I'm with E40 on that. Meanwhile, the Russell Westbrook one. All I got to say about the Russell Westbrook one, Gary, I know I'm moving fast. Flip to the Russell Westbrook video right fast. First of all, 2 things. I got 3 things to say. 1, this shortcut through the seating to get to the visitors' locker room. Who thought of that? Okay, what an awful idea. What did you expect to happen? 2, how many times fans got to realize that Russell Westbrook is indeed about that action, boss? And speaking about that action, I want to know who was the first person in human history when they was about to fight to roll up their shirt and grab their junk. That is the most universal sign for like, I'm ready to throw these hands. I mean, I just want to know who started that. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that whole situation.
I can't
Watch
get
him
over
out.
Hey, who's this dude?
Look at him tearing up his
exactly.
food. He never stops.
Hey,
Who,
listen.
the kid?
Yes.
I mean, the dude, first of all, this dude is like, hey, be a man. Like, be a man. You gonna be about it? Hey, dude, sit your ass down. You ain't about to get into Russell Westbrook in front of your son. Like, what are you trying to do? This is bad parenting. You gotta you gotta teach your son, nah. We just go be quiet here. This is not what we want to do. He's fortunate that Russell didn't go in on him. Like, what's he thinking? Like, hey, man, just let him walk through. Don't say anything. Keep it moving. But he's sitting there in front of. What are you trying to prove? You trying to prove something to Westbrook, your son, both? Just foolish. I'm with Russ all the way. I stand with Russ. Team Russ.
I am too. I don't think I just think fans cannot expect if they're going to say things to players that they're not going to respond. Eddie Gonzalez, who was a part of KD's team, so he was at the game, tweeted that he was right there, and the fan basically said Westbrook to him. But there are some people saying people yell things at LeBron, crazy things at other players all the time. You kind of got to move on. Westbrook is not that. Although Westbrook has expressed that he feels very disrespected.
He says it bothers him. Exactly.
Right, exactly.
You're messing with his family name.
Exactly. Just that there was some more shed upon what happened, and that's what it was. So some fans saying this to him, that's how he responded. I just think it cannot be that you can say whatever you want and no one responds.
It's the tunnel idea. Go ahead, Mike, real quick. We're about to go to break. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, weird things happen in Phoenix, Utah, organizationally, fan-wise. Just weird stuff happens. What's up with the Western Conference? Y'all just calm down. The dude's cutting through. Just let him cut through.
Boston?
Don't say nothing.
Boston?
Yeah.
You can't say anything about fans crazy. Boston. That's East Coast.
Well,
they're the most known.
But I'm saying
she got a point there. She got a point
Boston.
there. I don't know that it's confined to a certain time zone. It's this time of year. Emotions are really high.
Yeah,
Speaking of KD and Eddie Gonzalez, we got to go to break. All I know is, Natalie, appreciate the lesson.
They better win tonight.
Warriors sycophants enjoyed that.
Y'all better win tonight.
They will.
Speaking of better win, no. Kevin Durant, who is 1-9 in his last 10 playoff games.
1-9.
I will not show up. Well, I already don't show up that much. But I really won't show up if Kevin Durant loses to Russ and Chris Paul loses to the Clippers. I'm going on vacation for a long time if those two things happen, okay? Because I don't want to hear Natalie or Michael Holley.
Oh, you gonna hear it.
I'm actually rooting for KD, though. I'm rooting for KD.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.